Hey guys, I'm back. After a week break from April Madness. After a week break of April Madness. So, let's get this thing started, shall we? Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When I was trying to get to this podcast off the ground, I had so many questions. How do I record an episode? Where do I find my background music? How do I get my show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the other places people like to listen? Where do I find the advertisers? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing and monetizing your podcast. And best of all, it's 100% free and 100% ridiculously easy to use. So, if you want to start a podcast, go to anchor.fm/start to join me and the diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. I can't wait to hear your podcast. Hey guys, welcome to Monday Throws. In this, we're going to review The Last of the Starks. Which is, of course, Season 8, Episode 4. So we got 3 to go. But before we're going to start this episode, well, I do want to warn you, there will be spoilers ahead, but you know what? We're going to start off with topics regarding to a wedding, which will have no poisoning of a wine of the for the spouse of one of the stars. I'll tell you who it is, but just want to say, yeah, I had to take a week's break from April Madness while I do Monday Thrones. But now I'm back, and hopefully better than ever. Okay, we're going to start off with this one topic only, from comicbook.com actually. Game of Thrones, Sophie Turner and Joe Jonas get married in a surprise Vegas ceremony. Here's what it says. What's one way to get over the devastating loss to some of your closest ally during the bloody Battle of Winterfell? If you're Sophie Turner, you throw a surprise wedding in Las Vegas after the Billboard Music Awards. The Game of Thrones, hey, what about X-Men star? She was also in X-Men as Jean Grey. And her fiance, musician Joe Jonas, of the Jonas Brothers, who is famous for the Jonas Brothers, tied a knot in Vegas on Wednesday nights, following the Jonas Brothers reunion performance. Yeah, they did sing Kids of the Future when they showed the movie of the Robinsons. the couple had been planning a summer wedding. Talk openly to doing so, but they decided to go ahead and tie the knot early while they were in Vegas for the awards. While directly tied to the wedding, wait, hold on. Has refrained from posting anything with social media. Diplo was at attendance and he posted the entire thing on his Instagram story. No. Oh, no. Whoever's in that wedding, they best have some security. Make sure that Joe Jonas's wine is not poisoned. You know, but of Joe and... of Nick and Kevin's Jonases don't get poisoned in front of his brothers. Just like Joffrey got poisoned in front of his mother. And I'm glad Joffrey's dead, but you can't get rid of him because you gotta, you gotta get rid of, because you gotta, you can't poison him, come on. Hold on. Alright, wait. It says Vegas, right? Oh, Vegas. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, makes sense. And, now, where were we? Oh, right. An Elvis impersonator performed the ceremony at the Chapel l'Amour. Inside a little white wedding chapel. The other two Jonas brothers, Nick and Kevin, served as Joe's groomsmen. Musical duo Dan and Shay performed the acoustic version of their song Speechless as Turner walked down the aisle. Well, at least that didn't make me cry. Instead of exchanging real rings during the ceremony, traded ring pops for their cement that rouse. Really? A jewelry? A real wedding with a jewelry? That's made of candy? Really? But despite that jewelry being made of candy, the wedding is 100% real. But hey, that's the only way to save money. But that's a good thing to save money on. According to people, Turner and Jonas applied for a marriage license earlier in the day in Clark County, Nevada. This picks up a kicks up a big summer for Turner, as the final 3 episodes of Game of Thrones are set to air on HBO next month. She's starring in the latest X-Men movie, Dark Phoenix, which will likely conclude the story of this current iteration of the character. For Jonas, he and his brothers are preparing to release their highly anticipated reunion album before heading on the floor. Well, that's really interesting. I'm glad it's going to happen. That's what my guess is. Alright guys, I'm going to cover this episode But to warn you, there's gonna be spoilers ahead. If you have not seen The Last of the Starks, you might want to stop this video now. You might want to stop this video right now. Just go ahead and... stop this podcast right now. Stop listening. Just go and watch it. But if you're not too thrilled after the Battle of Winterfell, you can still listen to this and just... But if you were brought here after you saw the leak, so sorry. Alright, we're heading to spoiler territory in 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, before I get to The Last of the Starks, I do want to clarify, I was feeling too tired after April Madness, but I haven't pointed out the flaws from a long night. I didn't point out its flaws, so, I really apologize. I really apologize for it if I didn't mention it. Even though I do like the Battle of Winterfell. Although, I do want to say, I apologize for not mentioning Arya Stark's defeat in, although I do want to mention about Arya Stark's way she killed him was actually anticlimactic. And I don't want to, just want to say I haven't mentioned that, and really, guys, that was my fault for not mentioning that, so I'm sorry I didn't mention that. I was too tired, and I was really excited to conclude April Madness, as that had been a long month for me, covering everything with Star Wars Celebration, Game of Thrones, Shazam, and of course, Avengers Endgame. But, hey, I'm gonna get something to drink, and I'm gonna get caffeinated, and then I'm going to start this episode, okay? I'll be right back. Alright, welcome to a full recap. Before I give my thoughts, I'm going to say that this episode is called Last of the Starks. But to warn you guys, there will... Well, if you guys did watch it, I'm going to warn you, this one will not be pleasant. I will not be pleasant for this episode. And I am not lying. After 2 episodes, finally we get to see no Cersei in this episode. Unfortunately, to previously have included 3 episodes. Three moments. Sorry, I was just getting caffeinated with some ginger ale. well, I can't have any else. Because, as I got a job, and I don't want to get drunk. But, other than that, it begins with the aftermath of the battle. And we see Daenerys crying over a corpse of Jiraiya. Instead, she kisses him on his forehead and then whispered the words. And then we saw the corpse of Reek. And Sansa Stark had mourned for him. We give it a pin of House Stark. And the funeral saws the men and the women slain in battle. But although we see Jon Snow give one hell of a speech, because that's all I wanted to see. But although we did see Jon, Tormund, Arya, Sansa, Samuel, and Daenerys all get torches, and we saw the corpse of Lydia, Brannick, and Ed. But we see cremation begins. And then we get to dinner. And we get to the dinner after the funeral. Yeah. That happened at times that, like, after the funeral, it's a dinner. But although we see Gendry, he was looking for Sansa, but the Hound could care less about him, and he called him a twat. Although Daenerys have found him, but although she did tell, but they gave him the title of Lord of Winter's End. And everybody toasts to him, to Gendry of Storm's End. Hear, hear. Hear, hear. Whatever. And Jemmy is talking to Sir Bran. And having a good chat. And then Sid Amos and Tyrion talk. And of course, he gives him this is going nowhere. Yeah, sorry, well, this is going fucking nowhere. Although he has, of course, the talks. Of course, he went to Britain and the Bran compliments him. But although Tyrion wants him to be the Lord of Winterfell, but although Bran doesn't want to be Lord anymore. The Tormund toasts Daenerys, and she toasts Arya. Well, and everybody's celebrating. Tyrion joins Jaime and Sir Bran, and they played the drinking game. But although Daenerys was really upset because Jon Snow was actually getting more praise than she is. And then she left with Varys. And the drinking game continues. Just confirm that Bran was actually a virgin. But then, when she had too much to drink, she just told him that she has to take a piss. That Sansa saw the Hound. Just don't want Tormund and a Hound, they were talking. But a woman, he's upset that a woman's trying to, even though there's a lot of women, but yeah, no women wanted to talk to him. But although, just wanted to say, although just like everything. Yeah, sorry, watching sports, but hey, although he does get a women, though it's all him swiping out away the wine. And the Hound just told her that, of course, the only thing that makes me happy is my fucking business. And then she hold his hand. It reminds him, if it was not for Ramsay, or she would have been a little bird still. But hey, no. But although Gendry did find Sansa, did found Arya, and she celebrated by shooting barrows. The Gendry wants to marry her, although she declined. She was really glad, but she don't want to be a lady of Storm's Hand. Although we see Bran has been drinking, but although Jaime came by to check on her, and then he said, of course, Jaime Lannister did say that he hates the fucking North. But although he might be jealous about that, he's trying to take off his shirt. But although Bran did help him, and now she took off her shirt, Jaime took off his, and they begin to make love. But even though we did see them make love, actually, and we did see Bran's breast, well, okay, I'm really okay with that, yeah. No breasts, no nips. No tits, no nips. Alright. Although Daenerys and Jon did talk, but Jon did not know him very well. But although Daenerys did not share the same love as for Jorah as she did for Jon, and then they kissed, but they couldn't make love and argue about his true identity. And she'd also want him to tell anyone, but although he cannot make that promise. And Daenerys confessed to him that Sansa wants her gone. Well, he tells her that, of course, that that he's her queen. But after the talk, Daenerys left. The bread have slept. And as Jaime woke up. And then there was war preparation against Cersei. And although he did say that people would hate Cersei and she will not have that allies. Ha 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 ha! Aaron Greyjoy's the only ally she's got. Although Tyrion came up with the war plans. Let's hear him. Jon Sir Douglas will go to King's Road. The smaller group will go to White. Jaime would remain here. And the dragons will fly above. Sounds great, right? Well, I'm going to tell you the outcome after the battle. And then Arya and Sansa confronts Jon. Maybe those don't want Daenerys to be having. Arya doesn't trust Daenerys, but although she does needed her. And Bran told Jon to have a choice, but although Jon just tells him to swear a secret never to tell anyone. And Bran tells them by Jon's request. And we see Tyrion and Jaime. But although Bronn came in, Bronn of King's Landing, not Braun Strowman of House WWE. And it calls up that it's Cersei. So Tyrion keeps on talking and then punches his nose. But he did remind them that they are both gold-plated cunts. Well, that's it for the ginger ale. Okay. And then he took it after his, well, of course, he, offers, he's making an offer that they can't refuse. But although Jaime Lannister, well, he did just mouth off. He said he couldn't kill. But although the arrow went almost towards him, well, it was away to him. And then he lost. Watch it out, Jaime. He means business. Although, even though the Hound is on his horse, not happy to see Arya, but they both did have a conversation. The horses had both had unfinished business. Arya Stark with Cersei? Only we get to know. With Cersei, and we know that the Hound has unfinished business with his brother. And Daenerys is on her dragons. And one flew away, and there was the other she rode on. Although Tyrion and Sansa are having a conversation. And during that, the armies are ready to go to King's Landing. And she reminded that Starkmen in King's Landing have a lousy streak. Well, let's see if we get a recap. If I got this right, if we got the recap, Ned Stark gets beheaded. Robb Stark gets executed in the Red Wedding. And I think that's pretty much it. Starkmen are not so lucky. Oh, yeah, and Brandon Stark, Bran, got pushed out the window by Jaime Lannister after watching him having sex with his sister, Cersei the cunt. Although, yeah, pretty much a lousy streak. And then she asked him if it was someone better. And that Tormund is staying in the north because he hates it to go south, because he did tell him that women are not. Racing is racing is on. Racing is on FS1, which is going to start in 2 minutes. But hey, I'm fine with missing some of the laps, but I do not want to miss the action. But then again, I'm here to recap. That's all. But although they hugged it out and said goodbye, and the Ghost will be remaining here. And yes, Ghost has survived, everyone. Don't worry. Ghost did survive. Don't worry about him. Just like with Battle of Bastards, thinking he died. And no, he's alright. It's just too expensive. And of course, Battle of Winterfell. Thought he was dead? He's alright. But the 2 more? Is he gonna be alright? Well, only time will tell. And Samuel and his wife bids him farewell. Guess what? She's preggers. But although she does have a boy, she names him after Jon Snow. But Jon says, of course, Jon tells him that hopefully it's a girl. And the Ghost whimpers, and that means he's gonna miss him. But after 50 minutes, the ships have sailed. And we see Tyrion and Varys having a conversation. But then anchors set, and dragons are here! And an arrow. That's alright. Just a few stinger. And don't worry. And the second arrow. Okay. Second arrow. Well, that should put it out, and he should rest. And third arrow to the neck. Are you fucking kidding me? A third arrow to the neck? Are you fucking kidding me right now? That's just dumb. You can't kill him. You can't kill him with an arrow. Well, dragons are vulnerable. Oh, and here comes Aaron Greyjoy. Although we already have. And trying to get to Daenerys. And Daenerys charges. But although she dodges the arrows. Thankfully, the dragon was alive. But then aims for the ship. And the shippers are under attack. But although, and we saw the helm drop on a course. Tyrion, is he dead? Oh no! And we see the ocean. Oh no! He lived. Not to worry. But Miss Sandry was missing, and of course, after 56 minutes, we finally get to see the cunt named Cersei. Oh, God. But there goes my satisfaction of the 2 hours. My satisfaction had gone down. And then we see we're celebrating. And then Melisandre was captured. Gary Roy Mepharos over with Daenerys. Daenerys said, even though he begs not to kill the people, and that Daenerys reminds him that she wants to free the people from tyranny. Although, of course, Daenerys left, and Varys is talking to her. He reminds him that he's at the people's interest. And he prays Tyrion to choose wisely. Okay, and we are back in the north. Jaime sees Bran and Sansa, and he gave him the unfortunate news of the battle update. One of the dragons are dead, ships have sunk, and Miss Sandry gets captured. And although, when Jaime heard about that, he was stunned to hear that his sister... He was stunned to hear about his sister doing that. Then Bran woke up and sees Jaime packing. But although she told him that he's a good man. Although... And yes, and she gets... And I heard her voice breaking. But that's not Bran. Bran is fearless, ruthless, merciless, but... although she was, crying after he left, after he confessed that he pushed the kid out the window, he strangled his own cousin with his bare hand. Although, in a war prep, to see a few survivors. Well, okay, now the negotiation. And we see the prisoner, the cunt queen, and of course, the mountain on one side. And we see the few surviving soldiers, Daenerys, Tyrion, and the others. On the other side. And of course, Missandei will die if Daenerys doesn't surrender. If Daenerys won't surrender, then Missandei will be executed. Will die. And then... And he begs him to join him. But although we have Nat... Although we did have Nat in the saying, of course, he would be in orders of the queen. But as the archers prepare, she ordering to hold, and then puts down her arm. Well, not in a fire, right? But in a ceasefire. Although he confessed to her of why people hated her. But I don't feel sympathy for the fan, of course. No, she's not a monster. Just because her reign's over, her child won't have to die. And then she told Miss Sandry that she has her final words to say right now. And then she said to her goddess, and she gets mad. Oh my God, Cersei, you can't! And Daenerys just walks out of here. Alright, and that sign language over there, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. In the words of Daffy Duck, This means This means war. Okay, yeah, so I'm just gonna give you my thoughts on it. Sorry if I sighed, but I don't think that was a good episode. Am I saying it's a bad episode? Well, a little bit of bad, but a lot of disappointing. Because, yeah, Tyrion's plan was definitely not a good idea. And, Daenerys should've agreed with Sansa's idea. And Sansa should, said to postpone. And what I'm actually trying to say is that she actually she did warn them. She did warn them, but I didn't believe her. And Cersei, just bring the Cersei you cunt to the maximum level. After beheading Melisandre and Aaron Greyjoy, well, that was not a satisfying manner. Well, that's what I'm actually saying. Is I am not satisfied with it. I'm just going to go ahead and admit it that this was not a satisfying manner. And I'm not too happy about it. But hey, that's life. Although, okay guys, that's gonna be about it for the episode of Monday of Thrones. And we're 4 episodes down. The battle I like, and the next one is a total dissatisfaction. And of course, hopefully the 2 more will, of course, bring my satisfaction back with Cersei Lannister, Fate, and we will be back with Geek City. And of course, although speaking of, Starford's vs. Evil is also having 3 last episodes. Well, okay, 2 more before its end. And both of them are an hour total, and 2 of them are sister episodes. Because the series finale will be a half hour, but I thought it would be like an hour or 2 hours. But, and yes, Starford's vs. Evil will have a series finale. And I will do an animation news recover for right before Monday Thrones. Alright guys, that's gonna do about it. I'll see you guys next time. And yes, to end the episode, I'm gonna go watch NASCAR now.